Wellness is when you spend money on healthy people, not just acute and chronic people that are sick,
Right.
which means that the idea of designing a city, and if you have one measure of being healthy is to walk 10,000 steps every day, right?
Hmm.
I know that's disputed, so, but let's just use that measure, right? Well, I can design where you live to where you get to where you commute to how you get to work, to how you get to lunch, to how you after work go to dinner or go to a movie or just go home. I can design 10,000 steps and you don't even know.
Right.
That's the key. You should never know that these things are happening. We in NEOM we created a healthcare system where I was asked by the royal court that they wanted to have almost like an Australian or U.S. type of system that would be hub and spoke, meaning that there's a central general hospital, and then you have clinics and specialty that surround the central hospital, so hub and spoke.
Hmm.
And I said, no, you don't want to do that. And they said, what? And I said, well, if you think about it, a lot of people have Fitbits and they have Apple Watches, they have all these things that are already communicating to them that they should get up. You've been sitting too long. I mean, all these like little things that help them with wellness, or it counts the steps, for you, so that
Right.
you can see at the end of the day. I said, what would be really cool is to actually make the person the hub, the individual. And so what we created was an app called Dr. Neon, and literally it becomes it, it becomes like your companion, not to hound you. You should be walking more, blah blah blah, but more to help you guide through. And it's all built on AI, which is the best use of AI is to be a companion, not an
Hmm.
oracle, right? Because
Right.
AI does not know everything, but it
Right.
can help you and be your companion. So when we did that, the spokes then became services, right? And so we're spending more money doing that than we are if people do get sick, right? So the
Right.
wellness factor becomes the primary healthcare issue in our cities, which is kind of cool.
Yeah,
um,
it is.
and and that helps with adoption because people what we're trying to do is weave these things in. I'm going to say weave a lot because that's the best way of implementing change, right?
Right.
Not to say, there's a law, you have to do it this way because that people are going to rebel against that because people are people, right?
Right.
But if you allow them to weave into a way of doing things that's healthier, that's better for them, without saying that, but
Yeah.
just to say that, you're not going to get as sick
Right.
if you move into this environment, and not hit them over the head like a nutritionist, like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that, but
Right.
guide them. So I think that the majority of the gaps that I'm seeing with urban solutions can be fixed by storytelling, because that's really what this is about.
Hmm.
It's to allow people to adopt things so that there is no term in the future called smart cities. It's just cities,
Right.
right?